Devam etmek istiyor musunuz?
Ay. Later on in the night, when the crowds have gone, we could talk under moonlight till dawn. We could stay to watch the sunrise, cancel all our plans.
Anladım ben.
We don't need a reason why we just can't. I wish I could stop time
Raya sordu.
and stay in this moment. Never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? Caught myself free falling deep into your eyes.